John Wick is preparing to wreak his vengeance on the High Table in New York City while sheltering underground with the Bowery King. The Elder, the sole person above the High Table, is assassinated by him when he travels to Morocco. Because of this, the Marquis Vincent de Gramont, a senior member of the High Table, summons the manager of the New York Continental Hotel, Winston Scott, and his concierge Karen. The Marquis reprimands Winston for failing to kill John. De Gramont deprives Winston of his managerial responsibilities, destroys the Continental, and kills Karen as a form of retribution. Then, after arriving in Paris, he hires Kane, a former High Table assassin who is blind and an old friend of John's, to assassinate him under threat of killing Kane's daughter. At his friend Shimazu Koji's hotel, the Osaka Continental, John seeks safety. In order to kill John, Kane and de Gramont's assassins, led by his right-hand man Chitty, arrive. The hotel's concierge, Akira, the daughter of Koji, issues an order to leave the building and helps her father, John, and the other employees in fending off the assassins from the High Table. Akira is hurt, and Koji is directing John on how to get away. John and Kane repel yet another swarm of killers as they leave. A tracker known as Mr. Nobody, by de Gramont, who is hunting John for a contract, interrupts them, but he releases John after determining the contract's payment is insufficient. Akira also makes it out, but Kane kills Koji first. When John gets back to New York, he runs into a furious Winston at Karen's tomb. John should challenge de Gramont to a duel, Winston advises, as victory will release him from his duty to the High Table. John flies to the Ruska Roma's offices in Berlin to obtain a new crest designating his membership in the syndicate as, according to the traditions of the table, he can only request a duel on behalf of a criminal family after having first severed his links to them. In exchange for killing Killa, a German High Table senior who killed her father, his adoptive sister Katya offers to do it. In his nightclub, John locates Killa and kills him. In order for John to legally request a battle with de Gramont through Winston, who demands that the New York Continental be rebuilt with him reinstated as manager as part of his terms should John win, Katya brands John's arm with a Ruska Roma emblem. In a meeting presided over by the Harbinger, an agent of the table, John and de Gramont decide the terms of their duel in Paris. A hesitant Kane is chosen by de Gramont to fight in his place. The Harbinger warns John that if he doesn't show up in time for the duel, both he and Winston will be killed. The duel is scheduled to take place at Sacré-Cœur the morning after at sunrise. John receives a weapon and a new ballistic suit from the Bowery King when he arrives in Paris. De Gramont places a $40 million contract on John's head in an effort to keep him away from the combat. On his approach to Sacré-Cœur, John battles hordes of assassins, including Mr. Nobody, although the latter stops looking for John after the latter prevents Chitty from killing Mr. Nobody's dog. John is helped by Kane as he struggles to climb the Sacré-Cœur stairs. Chitty almost ends John's life, but Mr. Nobody ends it first. Only just making it to the top in time to save Winston, John and Kane. Kane seriously injures John in the first 2 rounds of their pistol battle. De Gramont requests that John be personally executed for the last round, but John shoots and kills de Gramont even though he hadn't yet pulled the trigger. Although John passes away quietly as a result of his wounds, the Harbinger deems him to be free of his debt to the High Table. Winston and the Bowery King attend John's funeral after he is given his job back as manager of the Continental and is buried alongside his late wife Helen. Akira seeks revenge on Kane for the death of her father some time later.